Amir is not the first company to ever launch smartphone lens kits, but generally speaking, DSLR lenses with their larger volume and mechanical moving parts have always been superior to their mobile counterparts. Will the Amir lens change this? Let's find out. Okay guys, so let's get started with the unboxing. I've got my trusty short sword here. Sheath that. Actually unsheath that. Now we've got our Amir camera lens and seems like there's no tape for us to cut through. Disappointing, since this knife would have been in good use if we had some tape. Now let's start. Okay, before we look at the internal stuff, we're gonna read out of the box. So it says wide angle, fish eye, and macro lens. Wide angle is useful for most people. Fish eye, not so much. Macro is also pretty awesome. I'm gonna be using this feature a lot. Now this is again the Amir camera photo lens, and the whole idea of having a photo lens, I still don't really get why you want one, but I'm gonna try it, so let's see if I'm interested in this. Okay, so let's get started. This is the actual lens itself. I can see that the packaging did not stop it from like moving around and stuff, which is kind of disappointing, but you have to admit that this is a very cheap product. Got some of these in a nice carrying pouch. It's actually not that nice, but it's nice that they included one in there. Now, if you remember, it's a 3-in-1 kit, and this is really smart. So, two of the lenses screwed together, to be specific, the macro and the fisheye lens. You can see that these lenses are pretty massive. I'll have some macro pictures of them right now. And so, do you hear that? I can hear metal right now. And this macro lens looks really rugged and awesome. So, yeah. Don't want to damage any of the lenses. Now we're going to take some test shots with my LG G5. Now we do get a clamp, and something I'm really curious of is, will this system work at all when we have smaller and smaller bezels at the front, since we'll have to clamp it on like that. Let's see if it works. Now, I'm most curious about the wide angle lens right now. So it's a screw-on system. You screw on the lens to the clip, and this clip is a universal clip, but again, it might not be working the best when it's put on Samsung Galaxy S8 or an LG G6. As you guys can see, I opened the camera app. We're going to align this with the main camera. Okay, I found a problem when using this with my LG G5, and I'm suspecting any dual camera layout. This is what the pictures look like. With the wide angle lens, the lens is so wide that the camera next to it, which I'm guessing collaborates with the other camera, the photo gets covered, which is very disappointing right now. And when you put the wide angle lens on top of another wide angle lens, as I have done here, this is the type of footage that comes out. Okay, not a very good start, but I'm guessing where most people will use this is in the front camera. Okay, LG's front-facing camera already has a wide angle lens, but most phones do not. So the circular lines on the sides of the picture is because of that. You might have to check if your camera has a wide angle lens. If you do, that's actually a good thing. So yeah, because you don't have to buy any of these. But quality-wise, I am very happy. But with the compatibility with my phone, when it's a universal product, there's only you just can't make it perfect. But still not the happiest thing. I'm not going to try out the fisheye lens because I'm not going to use it personally. I have no use for a fisheye lens. But I will be using the macro lens, which is the thing I'm most excited for. Okay, if you just hold the macro lens and just vaguely point at something, it's not like a zoom. So it doesn't do 10x zoom or something like that. It just has this kind of blurry photo. Man, that's an excellent shot right there. Now let's focus in on our sword hilt. Again, that's a fantastic shot. Okay, now I'm gonna try zooming in on the fisheye lens. Those photos are awesome. Now I'm gonna get my 3D printed part and then see what kind of monstrous lines I get off of it. Okay, I got my 3D printed part right here. And I'm gonna zoom in using the macro lens on the bottom part. I'm very impressed with the macro camera right here. I'm kind of addicted to taking pictures with this right now, so I'm gonna try taking a picture of my mic. I am extremely happy with this. I'm sad that the wide angle camera did not work out for my phone, the G5, but otherwise the macro lens just amazed me to the limits. I could not have asked for something better than this for a macro lens. I'm going to be using this a lot and snapping a bunch of pictures with this now that I'm able to take macro lens shots. This is amazing. You know, it would have been hundreds of dollars more if I got a macro lens for my camera, but I got this kit at a discounted price of $11 right now on Amazon. At the time of posting this video, that might have been different, but I got it at $11. I believe it's normally around $30. And for $30, I would say this is well worth the money, especially if you don't have a built-in wide-angle camera. Then you can get a super wide-angle camera like this one and actually use it, unlike what I could do. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and like, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.